Hello everyone. So this is going to be a Mission Impossible Fallout review. Okay, whatever, that's cool. But we seriously need to sit down, me and you. Why does this keep happening? Why am I getting, don't you hate it when it's a Saturday and you're like, cool, I don't have to worry about work, and then all of a sudden you get an email? Okay. And you get an email and it's like, yo, I mean, it's cute that you working on Saturday, but can't you wait and hit send Monday morning at 7 a.m.? I'm doing stuff. I'm busy. Okay, I'm busy. I'm not trying to talk to you. So what I was saying that we need to talk about before Bozo with no life was sending me work emails on a Saturday was that we need to talk about Tom Cruise and how badass he is. And he is just, to give yourself every new movie to do something different, to not only just top it, but to just film. It's one thing to do a stunt, but to then do stunts and film them in a different way and become more creative is just so intensely rich to me. It's awesome. So anyway, stay tuned to hear my thoughts and cue the intro. So before I watched this one, this week I watched Rogue Nation, and watching that opera scene again, I was like, man, this is just so clever how this is filmed. But the thing that impressed me the most, besides the incredible action that we get in this movie, is just the way that it looks. Like, there's a car chase scene in Paris that I literally, the whole time I was thinking, I don't know how they're filming this. And as someone who goes to a lot of movies and has studied film and really enjoys just camera movements, and I don't go to the movies just to enjoy the story. I also like to look at how things are filmed. And that action scene just didn't look like anything else I've ever seen. And I cannot wait to get the Blu-ray and look at some of the behind the scenes. I was able to look at some of the behind the scenes, I think, at 4 a.m. after I saw it Thursday night. At 4 a.m., I woke up in the middle of the night, I was like, I need to know more about how they filmed this. And Tom Cruise was talking about how at first when they were filming that scene, it just wasn't working. And they needed someone, I think he said, to get on a motorcycle with a Steadicam and really get into the action. And just watching Tom actually jump from a plane. He wouldn't let Henry Cavill do it, but he was like, okay, but I'm certified. He goes through all of these things that he doesn't have to do that, you guys. He could easily get stunt people to fly a freaking helicopter. Think about that. So Tom Cruise is flying a helicopter, he's acting, he's producing, he's thinking about how the shot looks like. There's just so much, it's just so dynamic to watch. I cannot recommend this movie more than any other summer movie I've seen besides Avengers. This is what a summer movie is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be good action, incredible actors. The actors have such great chemistry. The addition of Henry Cavill it was even better than I thought, because he wasn't just a henchman or a villain. His character was really dynamic because it has layers and you don't really know where he stands. And I remember towards the end of the third act, beginning of the second act, somewhere around there, I thought to myself, oh, I wasn't expecting that. The thing that I think Fast and the Furious films are starting to fail is they're so predictable, even though you're enjoying you can kind of enjoy the action, but the story isn't as engaging. And as much as you enjoy the characters, at the heart of it, you gotta have a good story, right? And Mission Impossible has a really, really good story. After watching Rogue Nation, that's one thing I can tell you. Please, if you can, watch Rogue Nation before you see Fallout. You don't have to, but as someone who had just seen that film, and I remembered it, but I didn't remember all of the beats that he had with the villain, it just felt like such a natural. 2 years later, this really felt this is what would actually happen, and the story had such a good flow to it. I mean, guys, this movie was badass. So far, this is definitely, if not even in my top 5 movies of the year. It is that good. I I read before that, I mean, I saw that it was going to be in IMAX. But, you know, a lot of times they'll release movies in IMAX, but they won't actually film it with an IMAX camera. But all of the action scenes in this film were filmed with an IMAX camera. So if you have an IMAX nearby, and I know that it's a little bit more expensive, but because of the work that they put in to make this movie look the way it did, I will pay the extra money because it is worth seeing how all this action unfolds. The story is great. The movie's 2.5 hours. I mean, you're getting your money's worth. If you can go see it in IMAX, treat yourself. So you can see when he skydives, when that whole amazing helicopter scene, you can enjoy all of the work that these filmmakers put into it and the time. I'm not saying this is like Oscar-worthy stuff or anything, but it's nice to have a smart action thriller with incredible action. I mean, Angela Bassett's fantastic. Alec Baldwin was great. I mean, guys, please go see this film. And if you've seen it, tell me your thoughts down below. Like, am I overselling this, or did you have as good of a time that I did? The only bad thing I would say is towards the third act, I didn't think that it sort of fell apart a little bit, but from having the first 2/3 of the film having very grounded action that was very believable, that was very practical, once you get a little bit past, I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but once you get to a certain point in the action, you know, it kind of it's like, okay, sure. We're getting close to like 90s Pierce Brosnan action, right? Where it's like, all right, we know that he'd be dead. Someone would have a broken back at some point, right? Like, I mean, come on. But at the same time, I was like, I'll let it go. I'm having such a great time, and the story is so good. The way it looks is so good that I can let that go. And then there was 1 or 2 moments where you felt like they were kind of not winking at the audience, but like, it's okay, we get it. You don't have to over-explain the plan. We're there with you. You have us sucked in. But other than that, I mean, those are like super minor, you guys, because this is an action blockbuster movie, right? Seriously, like, Tom Cruise. In the middle of that, I was thinking, I want to be 55 in that fit, in this incredible, like the scene, you know, where he jumps and he breaks his foot and he keeps running. Like, he's just such a great entertainer and a really good actor, and he's been around for a long time. And I just think that this is his best action work to date. And there aren't I mean, I love seeing movies in theaters, but I think you guys need to just go out, see it, take your family, take your friends. I would love to go see it again. I can't recommend it anymore. For me, this gets like an A-. I enjoyed it. Please tell me your thoughts down below. I hope you loved it as much as I did. And be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll check you guys in the next video. Bye!